So remember the last time I told y'all that story of how in middle school I got kicked down a flight of stairs that almost led to my death. Well, more recently, actually, I think just a couple months ago from now, back in April, I also had a near-death experience. I'm gonna be explaining. Gosh, man, I'll be explaining this. I'll be explaining what happened to me in today's video. But yeah, it was it was, I'm glad to still be alive, still be here, and just keep in mind, I'm not mocking anyone. I'm not trying to mock people in this video. This actually happened to me. I actually experienced this, and it was pretty scary to experience. So you don't have to believe me in this video. Like I'm not expecting people to believe me. Like, you don't have to, but I'm gonna be explaining a less like I'll be explaining stuff at the end of the story. So just listen up. Have open ears, will ya? So it was a day. It was like the beginning of April. I was planning a biking trip with one of my friends in like an hour. Yeah, an hour or two, or like maybe even less than an hour. But and also keep in mind in the story, I have some condition where I can't be in there's a certain type of darkness I can't be in. Like, I can't be in darkness that like, for example, I can't be in a pitch black basement. Foreshadowing for what happens later. Just listen. I won't spoil anything. I won't spoil the details really. At this point, I just want to let y'all know that I do have I can't now. If my lights are turned off in my room, like if I'm sleeping, yes, that's okay. However, I just can't be in dark rooms for too long. Otherwise, my body will shut down and possibly die. There's a very high chance I'll die if I stay in darkness in certain dark places for too long. I just want people to know that. I don't remember what the condition's called. I really don't. So just keep that in mind. So yeah. So I was just chilling in the basement, laying down. I was just looking on my phone. I was looking on my phone, doing nothing. I really was just chilling. And actually, by the way, I can't be in a pitch black room, but I can be in a pretty dark room. However, if there's at least one light on, then that's fine. I could be in a room with at least one light on, but like at least one light. I can't be in a room with no lights on in complete blackness. So this room was on the border of being almost like there were two lights on. The middle of the room was pretty dark, but I kind of like it that way. That's kind of my preferred settings. So I was just chilling, doing my thing, waiting. At this point, I was like 35 to 30 minutes away from my biking trip with my friend. I'm not going to drop his name at all for privacy reasons, but if you know who I'm talking about, then you know who you are if you're watching this video, friend. But anyway, but anyways, so I was just chilling, and then my dad comes downstairs. Now, keep in mind, our basement doesn't have a door on it. It's an open basement, so you can literally just walk down the stairs, and also there's a laundry room in there. So my dad, it's pretty normal. He does it all the time. I don't mind it either, as long as we don't bother each other when it's not needed. So I just he did the laundry. I was just chilling on the couch, and then um and then he turns off the lights. At first, I didn't notice anything. So for 10 minutes, I didn't notice nothing. I was just, still chilling. Like, I was still laying down. I was still fine. However, then 10 minutes go by, and I start to notice, hey, my energy, I'm a little bit concerned about it. Remember, I have a biking trip, and like it's very, like, I don't know how to describe it. I didn't think it was low yet. I didn't want to use that word. On my back. I don't want to use that word yet, but it wasn't on the high side. It wasn't on the high side for sure. For sure, but it wasn't very, yeah, it just, my energy, like, I just started getting more tired. And then I realized, and then just like, and then 30 seconds after I realized how my energy was, 30 seconds later, I just start getting tireder. Like, I start getting tired and like my body's starting to tire out a lot more now. God, if I can even speak, if I can even explain it, but sorry guys, it's just a little hard to look back on. Almost dying is not fun. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm kind of smiling uncomfortably right now. So I'm not trying to make a joke out of any of this. I actually experienced this, but once again, you don't have to believe me. I just want people to hear my story. They don't have to believe it, straightforward, you know. But I just want people to listen closely, because I'll explain some things. I'll explain some things later. But anyways, so then I just, my body all of a sudden shuts down. 25 to 30% of my body completely shuts down. So like I lost, basically I just lost 25% energy. I got 25% more tired, and I was struggling. I had a hard time moving, and ignore that, guys. But anyways, the more I tried moving, the more tired the more tired I almost got. And then, now, the next part I'm going to explain this is really hard to explain. Then all of a sudden, something comes out of my shoulder. It doesn't even look like a human, like it looks like a spirit, a demon, comes out of my shoulder and says, and he says this, I'm going to kill you today. That's what In told me. Like, that's legit what he said. And then I'm like, what? And then he comes out of my shoulder, leaves. Then I never see him again. And then all of a sudden, I shut down. My body is just stiff, and I'm tired. And I realize I need to get help. Like, sorry, this is really uncomfortable and not something I like to look back on, but my parents were upstairs, which was good, which was great. I thought, and also my sister, I had siblings, one sibling that was upstairs, as well as my parents. I could literally shout for their help. So I tried, so I decided, you know what, I ignored it for 2 minutes at first, but then I realized, hey, I ignored the tiredness for 2 minutes, and hey, I have a biking trip with my friend in 15 minutes. I need some help. I need to get help, almost immediately. I need to get help. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it. They're not going to, no. I need light to be able to get, I need to have energy. This darkness is killing me. Literally, oh, God. Oh my, I'm sorry. This is just guys, you would know if you had a situation but basically, I'm like, Mom, Dad. So this is my first attempt to reach him for help. I'm like, can you turn a light on? No response. They don't even acknowledge me. I try again to reach out. I called them. Spoiler alert, I called them and texted them multiple times. Never got a response. So I called them again. So then after I called them the first time I called them, I shouted out them the second time. I'm like, Mom, or I shout, Dad, can you please turn a light on? I can't do it myself. I could hardly move. I just need you to do that for me, please. It won't take that long. No, it won't take that long. Again, even I was being as nice as I possibly could in what I was saying. They still were not responding. So they didn't respond. They didn't respond 2 times now. I then proceeded to call them probably like 50 to 69. I called them probably 50 times and spam texted them to get a response. They never did. They responded one time thinking the whole thing was a freaking joke. They thought it was a whole joke. I'm like, no, I really can't move. Like, if I can't, like, I don't get it. My sister, I knew she wasn't going to be any help, but I tried once. She probably wasn't even home or talking to a friend, so I honestly didn't think. So I decided, now I had about 12 and a half minutes until I was going to see my friend. I was going to bike with my friend. So I had 12 and a half minutes before I had to go to a biking spot. I had to meet my friend there. Basically, I knew, you know what, Daniel? Like, so then I said this to myself, like, in my head, obviously. I was like, you know what, Daniel? If they're not going to do anything about this, you're just going to have to do it yourself. So then I did. So then I proceeded. I was really stiff. I actually thought, this was my time. I didn't think I was going to make it. But you know what? I at least was going to try. But I don't know. I wasn't certain I was going to make it. Like, I wasn't certain I was going to be able to get back up again, be able to walk again, or be able to do nothing. Like, I was scared I wasn't going to do much again. So then I proceeded to lift my body, if I could show you. So then I'm laying on the couch. I lift my body out and kind of just move it, and then I fall, and then I proceed to fall onto the floor, and then I very slowly turn around to where the stairs are. Now, keep in mind. Now, I just want you guys to know this. The couch that I was laying on, that I was dying on, is right here. The stairs are just about, I think, 10 to 12 feet away from the stairs, and the stairs go, they're kind of like, they go boom, boom. Then I'm upstairs to the main floor of my house. To the main floor of my house. So, then I, just, bless you. Back to the story. Okay, so, back to the story. I then slowly, like, it was very stiff. I then turned to where the stairs were facing, which was across from the couch, like 10 feet across. So then I then began to crawl. I was crawling to a light switch. That's where I was trying to turn on a light switch, because I had no energy. If I tried to crawl up those stairs, I wouldn't make it up there. In fact, I'd fall down the stairs and have an even faster death. So I decided to go forward to the light. So I went to the light switch. I was going to turn it on. I was running out of energy. I had almost 10 minutes left until I was going to see my friend. I never gave up, though, because I knew life is amazing, man. Like, I appreciate every single day of it. Like, I've had so many bad moments in my life, but I just bounce back from them. And this is I'm gonna bounce back from this. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die some stupid way. So I was determined to get to this light switch. It was very hard though. It was just a slow crawl. If you look in the thumbnail, it was just a very slow crawl. I was just like, the crawl was just so heavy. My body felt so heavy. I just kept crawling and crawling and crawling all the way over to the light switch. And it was a very, very, a very hard process. Like, I was, it was tough. It was tough to get to the, light switches, but I was able to finally, like, I was trying to reach my arm. Like, at the moment I was about to pass out forever and die, I used every last bit of strength I had to reach my arm up to the light switch, turn it on, like, and then I just, the last ever bolt of energy I had, flick, and then all of a sudden this wave of godlike energy comes to my body. Whoa, ta-da! And then I reawake back to the surface. So my body no longer feels heavy. I'm full of lightness. I'm full of life, love, and energy again, like I was before that room was turned dark. So like So yeah, and then I promised, and then, I waited until I had to leave to visit a friend. I eventually ended up doing that. However, the moment I was rescued from that light, I said something to myself. Daniel, you are never, ever going to be in a dark room or a poorly lit room ever again, because this near-death experience for me definitely is something hard to look back on. It is, like, I'm not a very emotional person. Like, in fact, I'm kind of emotional at the smaller things, but talking about this story definitely got me wild up a little bit balled up, just a tiny bit, but still enough. And it was still, after my near-death experience, I want to be a little bit healthier with the choices I make, because right now it's not in the healthiest spot. It's not in the even nowadays, it's not in the best spot right now. However, I know I could get there if I work hard and if I'm committed. Yes. If there's anything, once again, y'all don't have to believe this story. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. But however, I do want you guys, as you're hopefully finishing watching this video, take away a couple things from this story. If you're, and also, by the way, my parents, I was angry at them for a really long time. Like, I didn't forgive what they done. I'm like, you know what, Daniel? If you want to get along with your parents for the rest of the years you even live with them, you got to forgive them. So I forgave them. I slowly forgave them. And I think we're cool again. Yeah, so it's been 3 months since all that happened. What I want you guys to take away from this video is that never give up, even if you are about to take your last breath, because it could save your life. My determination saved my life, even though it costed me every working functioning organ I had in my body. Like, my body completely shut down before I even flicked that light. Like, my heart, I think, stopped for just a tiny bit when I flicked that light switch. Like, when I was about to flick that light switch on. So, like, however, luckily, with the smart flick of a finger, the light switch turned on, and I came back to life. I was alive. I survived. I survived the whole experience. Exactly. I survived this whole ordeal. I survived this whole experience. And if there's anything I want you guys that are watching this video to take away, never give up and always ask. Ask for help. I didn't receive it, but you could receive it if there's a family member that takes your situation seriously and actually cares about you, and if he lives with you as well. Always ask and never give up. There's always a way to find life. You always, and also always think about life. I didn't once think about death. Death really didn't cross my mind during this whole experience. I thought I was going to make it. I needed to make this. I needed to. And I said I need, because you, in those situations, you really need to make it out. Like, there's so much more life ahead. There's so much more life ahead of you, man. I was afraid I was never going to do YouTube again. Never going to do, never going to touch another phone, touch another human again. But I thought, you know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. And I kept trying. And now I'm standing here today telling my story. So yeah. So overall, guys, this is the story on how I survived almost dying in the dark. Yeah. Obviously, no, and nothing good ever happens in the dark. So yeah. Goodbye. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.